It's been tough. I'm being told to commit suicide myself.
So you don't feel like the criticism has been fair?
1 month ago, the social media superstar was at the top of his game until he posted a clip from his visit to Japan's so-called suicide forest.
It doesn't make any sense. I believe it happened for a reason.
Google Preferred dropped you from their service. Yeah. Do you think that
Logan Paul, I don't need to explain to you what has happened. I don't need to draw a scene for you. Logan Paul has returned to YouTube. Our Lord and Savior is back. But that is not what I'm talking about today. In his latest vlog, he pretty much proves to everyone that he is not changing and that this whole ordeal is not going to affect him at all.
What you mean disgrace, boy? I took a break. Besides, I'm still lit as f***. What other YouTuber you know can take a 3-week break and still gain 1 million subscribers? Boy, you lucky I don't come up there and beat the fuck up. New year, guys, as you know, new me, new haircut, new merch, baby!
How is the first thing you say on your return to YouTube, check out my latest merch? How fucking disturbed must you be that the first thing you say back on YouTube is, hey, give me more money? Logan is such a cunt that he's even able to brag about how he's the only channel that could get 1 million subscribers whilst he's gone away after uploading a suicide victim onto YouTube. And this just proves that this has not hurt Logan whatsoever. Not even a fucking scratch on his armor. He has not been touched. But I'm gonna leave that for other YouTubers to deal with. I don't want to talk about it. I have talked enough about Logan Paul and Jake Paul. I do not want to make another video. I feel like this video I'm making now is more important. He's been gone for more than a month, and coincidentally, in that month, the number of suicide victims displayed on YouTube has decreased. So thank you for that. Oh, and the amount of small YouTubers has also decreased. Thank you. Logan released a fucking god-awful apology letter on Twitter, followed by a better apology, followed up by a completely self-obsessed follow-up video, followed up by typical Logan Paul vlog.
Good morning, Logan. What's poppin'?
The raise awareness for suicide video would not have been that bad if it was not so obviously such a self-obsessed video, all about himself, all about making himself look better, and all just PR bullshit.
And I know I've made mistakes. I know I've let people down.
The backlash against the social media star.
Very popular guy called
Logan Paul is in some hot
water. He's a complete and utter insensitive idiot.
Taking a break from daily vlogging.
Even he says his latest content was his biggest mistake.
I want to apologize to the victim and his family.
I'm here to have a hard conversation so that those who are suffering can have easier ones.
The ABC recently uploaded an interview with Logan Paul, with my man, Michael.
Michael, I'll be honest with you, Michael, I've got...
And Logan has proved to us all that through this experience, he has and never will change. Now believe me, I want him to change. I want him to be better. I want everyone on this website to be better. It's like either make good content or fuck off back to Vine. But let's get into the interview.
It's been tough.
So you don't feel like the criticism has been fair?
That's the thing. I do.
See, this is the fucking problem. Well, you see, I don't think it's fair at all, but if I say that, my PR will be even more fucked. So I'll just say what you want to hear. Now, Logan can do one of two things here when confronted by Michael. He can own up to what he's done, accept that it was a terrible thing, take full responsibility, and grow and learn. Or he can make the suicide all about himself, divert the blame, and make it someone else's fault. He chose the latter.
So he's 100 yards away from the parking lot. It doesn't make any sense.
No, Logan, it doesn't make sense that a suicide victim was found in the coined suicide forest. That's fucking bizarre.
I believe it happened for a reason. I think that reason is so I could take this experience, learn from it, spread the message the right way about suicide prevention.
No, Logan, the reason this man killed himself was not so that you could learn and become the new disciple for suicide prevention. He committed suicide because he was in a dark, dark place. He was at his lowest of lows, and you showcased that to the world. God did not make this man commit suicide so that you could have a fucking epiphany.
And you film it, then you edit it, and then you put it out there for the world to see.
Yeah.
And was there a point when you said, maybe this is not a good decision?
He's just so detached from reality at this point, it's hard to believe.
The idea was to shock and show the harsh realities of suicide and get people talking about something that I don't think people are talking about much.
While the intention was good, your excuse is laughable. You don't think people were talking about it much. How do you live such a sheltered life that you don't know a single person who has been affected by suicide? When coming from Ohio, as stated by Bob Forrest, suicide is the second leading cause of death. How do you not understand the severity of suicide? One of the main causes of death of people mine and your age is suicide. How can someone be completely oblivious to something that is killing a person every 13 minutes in the US alone, every 40 seconds globally? The idea that you don't know one person affected by suicide is absolutely mind-boggling.
Michael, I'm 22 years old. It's not like I'm making content necessarily for kids.
Now this part is just bullshit. It's just complete and utter bullshit. To say that you don't make videos for a younger audience or that you don't know you have a younger audience is a complete lie. 25-year-olds are not interested in you and your wealth. Those interested are impressionable young kids. They're the only ones who give a single shit about how much you flex.
You guys know I love views.
Much more aware of the impact that my actions have on myself and others.
Logan, stop making this about you. This is not about you at all.
I think parents should be monitoring what their children are watching more. Every parent I meet whose kids are under the age of like 12, I go, hey, you let your kids watch my stuff? And they go, yeah, what am I gonna do?
Again, Logan, you cannot deflect the blame here. This is 100% your fault. You cannot blame the news. You cannot blame your ignorance. And for fuck's sake, you cannot blame the parents. How can you, after just saying that you do not make videos for children, say you are well aware that there are kids who watch your videos and that you've met them? How can you go back on yourself so quickly in one interview? Not only that, but knowing the age of your audience and still continuing to flush out this content, it's just embarrassing.
Google Preferred dropped you from their service. Yeah. Do you think that was fair of them to do?
I understand that they needed to take a stance.
No. Plain and simple, you do not think it's fair. You do not have to hide behind this persona to create good PR. Just fucking say it and own it.
I try not to live my life thinking about money, because money doesn't make me happy.
Fucking bullshit. Your 2017 highlights video just consists of you flexing your wealth, showing these kids what a great life you lived.
The 2017 year in review video, where do I begin? I guess I could start with this. At 22 years old, I bought my first house for $6.5 million, but I wasn't quite satisfied, so I had a koi pond put in. Painted the walls of the guest house. Bought a giant truck known as the Yeti. Bought a school bus, and then turned it into a cool bus. Installed a home theater system.
Blah, blah, blah. More material objects. Guys, the point is I bought a lot of things, including this Rolex.
If you didn't care about the money, the Google Preferred would not affect you one bit.
That's one thing I don't regret about this whole experience is I would have missed out on making these relationships and getting this education.
No, I don't regret showing a dead person on my vlog, because if I didn't, I would have never known that people actually kill themselves. You see, I used to think that when people died, they actually just respawned on the other side of the map. I was completely unaware that they die. You did not have to show a dead person on YouTube to fully understand the impacts of suicide and how it affects so many. How suicide is one of the leading causes of death in people your age. I could go on and on about this mental illness and about the problems that come with it. But I don't have to. You could have educated yourself fully with just a 2-minute Google search. That's all it takes. Not uploading a dead body.
Because, like, dude, this has been, to be honest with you, the hardest time of my life.
It's fucking ironic, isn't it? Man-child records man who has committed suicide and claims that this is the hardest period of his life. I am not saying in any way that this has not been hard for Logan. I could not imagine the stress and the pain and the fucking worries that are going on with him right now. But I think the money would soften the blow. But Logan, do you want to know someone who was going through a hard time? The man you showed on camera. He was going through a very hard time. A man so low that he could not see anything else better to do to his life than to end it. Do not make this about yourself.
I will think twice in the future about what I post, probably 3 times.
How did you not think twice about your videos already? I will probably go over this video 5 times before uploading it. And I only get like 100 views on each video. You get millions. What is going through that thick skull of yours, Logan?
And I can, will, and am going to learn from it and be a better person.
And I hope you do, Logan, but making terrible content that is just the same as the content you're making before the suicide video will not help you at all.
I've been making music, I've been making hits, and the haters are stronger than ever, guys.
I know he's tried with his suicide video, but there's just this overwhelming sense and feeling of, hey, look at me. I'm not a bad guy. Hey, I'm next to this guy who committed suicide and he forgives me. So what the fuck does that make you? No, I'm not racist. I have black friends. How can I possibly be a racist? It's just PR bullshit. Everything he does, he just palms it off, and his child audience will be there for a long time. Logan Paul is not hurt by this. This does not affect Logan whatsoever. He is stronger than ever, and that is scary. His return kind of destroys my entire video I did on how him and Jake are becoming irrelevant, so fuck you. Finally, if you are going through anything at the moment, please do reach out. I'll leave links to suicide hotlines down below who will help you and will talk to you in any time of need. You can message me on this video, any of my videos, or Instagram or Twitter, and I will do whatever I can to reply and help if I can. But remember, you are not alone. Thank you for watching.